What's up, everyone? Rob here with Our Keeler Outdoors. Special video for you guys today. We're going into jerkbait. It's a deep dive into shallow jerkbaits. A little different. I'm not just going to sit here and talk about them. We're going to start off with some underwater footage. I had the boys get in the pool. Forgive the clarity of the pool. It was right after a storm. My mother-in-law would kill me if she knew I videoed her pool looking like this. So I picked my probably the six most popular jerkbaits in my opinion on the market. We did some underwater testing. I'm going to show you that first with just a number. Look at all the underwater jerkbait stuff. Figure out which one you think has the best action, which one you like the best, and then we're going to talk about which jerkbait each number is. Go into some specifics on it, and I'll tell you about the ones I like to throw. So stay with us. This one's going to be kind of cool and different. Alright, welcome back, guys. What can I say? Those two were special. Sorry about the noises, they get bored easy. So I'm gonna show you which jerkbait was which real quick before I open them up, and then we break them down a little, just so if you're just here to see which one has which action, we'll knock that out right now. So number one, Jackal Re-Range. And that just happens to be my favorite jerkbait on the market. Number two, Rapala Shadow Wrap, which is the cheapest out of all the jerkbaits that we tested here today, and we'll go over price in a few minutes. Number three, the industry standard, the Vision 110 from Megabass, and yeah, that's the standard. That's the standard all jerkbaits have had to reach over the last I don't know, 10, 15 years. So number 4, Berkley Stunner. And I tried to keep all the colors the same. Like I said, we're going to open up and we're going to break down weights and everything in a second. I'm just giving you the numbers of the way they swam. Number 5, the 6 Sense Provoke. Sorry about that terrible glare you guys are getting too. And last but not least, the KVD Elite from Strike King. So that was the 6 jerkbaits we tested. Now let's open them up so you guys can get a better look, and we'll break them down. So re-range 110. So I just got the stats written down. 4 1/3 inches long. It's a 1/2 ounce jerkbait. It runs 4 foot. All these are shallow runners in 4 to 7 foot. So this one is a suspender at 4 foot. Pretty good hooks. I love the roll on this thing when it's making its side to side cuts, and it makes the same side to side cuts as other jerkbaits, but it has that roll that gives off some additional flash. And I bought all these to stay similar colors. This is my favorite jerkbait right here. And this is the re-range 110. I mean, you can see all the hook marks and teeth marks on this one, and that's my favorite color. Most of the time, this is the one I want to start with. So, and that's my summer jerkbait. I know in the winter, everyone has a few Vision 110s they pick up, but I go re-range most of the year. So price point on this one, number comes in as our second highest. It's $18.99 retail. So it is a pretty penny for this jerkbait, but it's one of my favorites. So going back to number 2, like I said, this is the cheapest one on the list. This is the Rapala Shadow Rat. And this one runs 4 to 7 foot, it says. Comes in a little shorter than all the others on our group. Get the hooks out, jeez. A little shorter than the others. This one's 4 1/4 inches long. Comes in just under a 1/2 ounce. It's listed at 7/16 of an ounce. 7/16 of an ounce. So just under a 1/2 ounce. Like I said, runs from that 4 to 7 foot. Price point is by far the lowest on our list at $10.29 retail. Solid little jerkbait for the price. I mean, it's got a little better action than it's given credit for by most people. I used these for years and caught fish on them. I've recently switched mostly to Vision 110s and re-range 110s, but that's just my personal choice. I like that Vision 110 in the winter. I like that re-range 110 in the summer. So number 3, like I said, the industry standard. That's that Vision 110 by Megabass. This is the Michael Jordan of jerkbaits. This is what everyone chases. This is what you try to attain in your jerkbait. Like I said, comes in at 4 1/3 inches, identical to that of the re-range. 1/2 ounce, identical to that of the re-range. And all of these, except for the Rapala, were all a 1/2 ounce. Price point is the highest, $24.99. Most people will tell you they only fish this one because this is the one that stays absolutely suspended still in water. And I'm going to tell you that's true most of the time. I do have jerkbait weights. I didn't bring them down here with me that I will have to add to keep these things suspended. But I mean, this is, like I said, this is the standard of jerkbaiting. This is what everyone thrives to achieve. I hope the underwater action kind of showed you how close some of these others have come to it. But if you want to throw nothing but Vision 110s and $24.99 in your price point, I get it. Go for it. They're great jerkbaits. Number 4, like we said, was the Berkley Stunner. So this one is 112. Berkley Stunner 112 comes in at 4 3/8 inches long, so a little bit longer, and it's also a 1/2 ounce like all the other ones. Beautiful jerkbait, good action on it. I'm not gonna lie, I have not thrown this one besides that day in the pool. So I'm learning just as you guys are, but it looks like a good jerkbait, quality colors. I like the feel of it. Seems to be weighted well when I was casting it. And the pool's not terribly long, which is why I didn't reel it down to a depth first, but it runs in that 4 to 6 foot. I can see why Berkley guys like their stunner, so. And next is 6 Sense Provoke. So 6 Sense has kind of taken the world by storm. I'd say the last 5 to 6 years. A lot of big big YouTube names on there. Ben Milliken is really taking them to another level, in my opinion, with getting out in the mainstream. But I've always said, and I have fished to provoke before. I bought them 3 years ago. I fished them side by side with my re-range with like results. It has that roll as well. They have really, really cool colors down there at 6 cents. Their colors, and I tried to match colors today because I didn't want anything to be too obvious in the pool. So I tried to match the colors of all 6 jerkbaits I bought, but their colors and their paint jobs at 6 cents are second to none, in my opinion. And the action of this bait is phenomenal. It's on par with all those other high dollar ones. It comes in at 4 1/8 inches long, 1/2 ounce. And the price point on this one is $14.99, and that's the same with the Berkeley Stunner, if I forgot to say that. So these are, both of those are $14.99, and that was number 5 in our underwater test. And then finally, we have the Strike King KVD Elite 300. That comes in at 4 3/4 inches, so it's a little bit longer than the rest of the competition. Still maintains that 1/2 ounce and that price point at $14.99 that matches the Stunner and the 6 cents provoke. Really, I mean, Strike King, everyone knows, is known for that sexy shad color, and they do it as well as anyone on the market. Good action on this jerkbait. Honestly, when I was doing the pool test, this was one that surprised me. This and the Rapala, because I don't know why I put them at the back of the list on ones that I would choose going into it. And coming out, it was much closer than I expected. I'll be honest, after rewatching it and watching some of the action in slow motion, which I'm going to put all of them in slow motion at the end of this video, I didn't want to take up a ton of time there. But I will rerun all those underwaters in slow motion with the actual name of the jerkbait on it for you guys to watch. But after watching them in slow motion, I have to tell you, I still love the re-range. That's my jerkbait. I mean, I've put countless amounts of fish in the boat with it during the summer, in that period when most people put a jerkbait down. Now, for whatever reason, I haven't thrown it a lot this year, and I don't know, there wasn't a trip out last year that I didn't have it in my hand for half the trip out. So I don't know what changed up here with me, but for some reason, I think I'm more focused on the tournament side of things, where I'm trying to catch 5 of the right fish and in the right spots. And the right spots on my local lakes aren't always jerkbait favorable spots. I'm in a lot of weeds and stuff like that this time of year. So that's the only thing that I can think has changed why I haven't caught as many fish on a jerkbait this year, is I haven't put it in the places I used to go to catch them on a jerkbait. But hope this breaks down the jerkbaits for you guys, gives you guys a little insight into what they look like before you buy them, and some of the reasons I like each one. Click the like, click the subscribe, and I'm going to run them back in slow motion for anyone that's still following along. I appreciate you guys. I'll catch you on the next one.